The Get On Living Safely campaign is sponsoring this podcast to remind you to keep your spending in the community. Supporting local businesses keeps food on the table for our friends and neighbors. Follow them on social media and learn more at getonlivingsafely.com.
So many times, so many ways, we resort to our human waste.
On this episode, we talked with musician Isaac Dummer, describing himself as a modern, untapped folk singer. We chat songwriting, recording a new album, and what's coming up for the local musician. You can find more conversations on our website, lacrosselocal.com. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
And this is Lacrosse Local.
My name is Isaac Dummer. I was born in Holman, Wisconsin on a 900-acre farm with 4 older brothers. I got into the music from being in my great aunt and uncle's farmhouse, and I found this old acoustic guitar, and I just drew to it like a toy. I wanted to beat the crap out of that thing. Ever since started from there, really young, from toys to what eventually first became an Alvarez guitar that I ended up losing in Hawaii right after writing Peace, Love, and Unity and Respect with it.
Huh. Wild. So, just looking at your little catalog you have and also on Facebook, on social media, playing around town, you reference yourself as a modern, untapped folk singer. What does that actually mean?
I have no idea. It was given to me.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. And Untapped, essentially, I always took it as just straight from the source. Not a whole lot of thought really given into what the aesthetic has to be, just whatever I originally come up with.
You kind of reference it there, but so what is your process like when writing music? Is it something that happens, organically, quickly, or is it something that you kind of take your time with?
My songwriting, I've had songs that have taken me 5 years to finish that I just I'll work on other pieces. I have a recycling bin. All my unfinished thoughts and stuff, I just jot into there. I actually write all my music on my phone. And now I have a computer that I do that too with. A lot of the songwriting process starts with what do I want the purpose of this song to be about? What do I want the listener to feel, learn, be about after hearing it?
You have would you call it an album, or you kind of have an EP or a number of songs coming out soon?
Yeah, it's an EP, and we're going to have around a 9-track album to add to it. These 3 really raw tracks here are going to have additional layers added to them, as far as I know, in this current state. And they're going to have this album version, essentially, with extra layers, and see what we can do with it.
When you're creating an album like this, you kind of start out with these kind of 3 pieces. What is it like trying to create this during COVID?
It halted us immediately. This EP thing was never a part of the plan. And it actually ended up being our retreat of saying, look, we've been in the makes of this for so long. We are eager to reach the public. I want to stab my flag into the ground and say, I am here. I am Isaac Dummer. So let's do an EP. I loved the raw sound of what we just had in the studio too, as much as I also loved the layers that we had access to. My sound engineer, which is also my uncle, Vinny Milivolti, in Access Recording Studios, he actually ended up contracting COVID. So there is some footage of me being 6 feet behind him on my own laptop and just watching his cursor fly around and communicating like that. But that only happened once. And that was just to finish trimming up what we had of the EP, listening to it, vibing out. And we said, all right, let's drop this.
What was the impetus for the songs, like the lyrics, the reasoning for it? Was there any particular stories for each one?
Oh, man. Peace, Love, and Respect. I wrote that song in Hawaii, actually just after kicking some campers out of our little fire circle as their substance has gotten them a little rowdy.
Take your steps, the way you
And they did ended up being friendly and friends the next day and sharing food together and going on adventures. But things were getting out of hand and they were yelling at each other. To complete that part of the story, one of them actually died of overdose. But I was just really just like in this desperate time, believe it or not. I was just like, geez, like, what do we need? What's at the base of desire in here? And that song came from a rather uncomfortable place, but it was like a heroic cry, like a warrior's heart. Like this right now is what we need. We need peace, love, unity, and respect. And really just made me want to make this song actually as simple as possible, so you could just throw it into anything.
You know, you talked about the album coming up. What else is coming up for you? What do you hope to accomplish in 2021? More
gigs? Oh, geez, I would love a band. If you are hearing this and you are not in a band, join me. And yeah, geez, that's like number one right there. Get a band going and just do the whole thing. I feel like I've really felt my way into the music career to begin with. Not any artists in my family in the sound media, all of them are physical media artists. I just want to keep finding myself in the success ring, but now it's really to start buckling down and getting serious, you know. Gonna make an ad. I'm gonna have a GoFundMe with the EP to support the album. And yeah, I would love 2021 to get a huge step into that full-sized album and getting all the extra layers done. It's a huge desire of mine.
You know, you've been playing for a while, but you're kind of in this like new phase of, you know, really kicking it off, hopefully getting able to play live, releasing this new album. If people want to follow along in your process, what's the best venue for them to go to?
My Facebook page. Absolutely. Isaac Dummer's Music at Facebook. Whenever I'm playing the Popcorn Open Jams, it's a funny thing I always say at the end of my little 3-song thing. My name's Isaac Dummer, 2 A's, 2 M's. You can follow me on Facebook. Been my thing. I hope you're all well. You know, just take the consideration of being like, we're in a really hard time right now. Be easy on yourself. Welcome your thoughts and welcome who you are into this time. I know one of my recent songs that I just finished is Existential Pie. And let me tell you what, we all need a slice.
Lacrosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at Lacrosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com. And you can subscribe to the Lacrosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.